Hi, everyone, for all who is watching this as a recording as well. Hope you are doing well today. And today we'll talk about the education market, the state of EdTech in 2025. And well, I was given this talk last year as well, and this year the approach will be kind of more interactive. Could you please type in the chat if you don't have a laptop today? Like is everyone has a laptop? Like, okay, nice, amazing. Because today you'll answer questions mostly, not me. Okay, let's go. So basically, why do we need any kind of market overview? For inspiration, because sometimes you don't need to create something new, you just need to find and steal it, adapt to some kind of new audience, new market, enhance it a bit, etc. And yeah, trend knowledge is a key as well. Just not to fall into a situation that you build something that like no one needs. And why I was asking about the laptops. So I prepared a notebook LM for you, which contains well, from my point of view, all the necessary reports about the state of education market today. I suggest you to like take a picture of this QR, and it's basically like a chat with a list of docs. You will need it for like one assignment and for a practice after the lecture. So please take your time and just if it will not work, like some stuff with access, like please tell me. By the way, I can share the link in the chat. It's also possible. Yes, please.
No, sorry, that was accidental.
Amazing. Yeah. So I shared the link in chat as well. So and we can proceed further. And again, if you want able to open it, just let me know. Okay. And
sorry.
yeah.
Wait. I see a message that I need access, so I can request it, editor. Right?
Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. It's bans if you're like not from corporate one. Okay, let's request the access like everyone, and I'll accept it very fast. I see that you requested. I'm sorry, I saw the link is like not private. So basically, the idea of the assignment will be I provided the latest stats from the Statista, Gartner, what else? A couple of Anthropic reports and etc. And let's prompt a bit over it and discuss. Like, what is the market size? What are the main trends, and etc. And then I will tell you my biased opinion, of course. Has everyone requested the Nexus? Yes, no, I don't see. Go on. Yes, okay, I see. Now let me figure out this. Try to follow this link. I guess it will be faster. No. Okay, Masha, I was trying to do something entertaining, but it turned out that it's just not working. Okay. Okay, you still don't have the access. Who still does not have access? Okay, I see. Just a second. Mm-hmm. Just checking. Sorry for this. Okay. Well, while we are fixing this, let's proceed with the rest of the material. So basically, I was telling the last year, like, what's the market size, what are the trends for which kind of segments, etc. We'll be back for this kind of a task later. And now I would like you to like take a look at this picture. It's kind of nice. Why I did this? Because like one of the main characteristics of the EdTech market is it has like a tons of products which are like developed really fast and dying really fast. And if you like do a kind of a market research and updating it, you're constantly like facing the situation that like some of your like some of the startups, some competitors that you were looking for just died out. Yeah, that's sometimes it looks like the whole mess, and especially with the AI boom that started like 2 years ago, it started to look like a way more broader. And in this talk, I'd like to focus more on the things that remain unchanged and how they could be developed with the help of like technologies like AI, VR, some agents, and etc. So it doesn't matter what we'll talk about: computer science education, chemistry, STEM education, I don't know, teaching how to build the houses. The truth is that like we don't know what to teach, and we will never know what to teach, because it's always a prediction task of what will be in the future that we don't know. Of course, there are several macro factors that we can take into account, like the labor situation, the economic situation, demographic situation. They could be some predictors of the state of the education, but still like no one has an answer or about like what should we teach. And if someone tells you like we need to teach this and that, like he's lying. It's a scam. So we always don't know what exactly should we teach to prepare folks for the future. But the only thing we know is A, everything is changing, and B, that teaching as before is not an option at all, because it's not scalable. Why it's not scalable? Because well, there is a problem about like student educator ratio, and despite all the technologies, the student educator ratio is going higher and higher even now. And that leads to like the situation that we can't teach in traditional way. Apart from the issue that I described to you later, like as you can see on the slide, and I believe you experienced this personally, like each kind of like information tends to be outdated really fast. What we thought is cool like half a year ago, like I don't know, ChatGPT 4.0 now is just like okay, nice, but like not on the edge. And speaking of the infinite tools, um, I am specializing on computer science education, and computer science is about like tooling sometimes. And in this context, it's well really hard to make students know each tool like it was 10 years ago. So it's not possible now, and that's why the things that remains stable, the stable trend that like we are shifting from knowledge-based to competency-based education. What does it mean? Like that it should scale. I already told you that it should scale. Like what does it mean that what this competency-based education, why we are like thinking in this paradigm? Well, because it's never gets outdated. It could be enhanced with any kind of technology, and you can build any kind of business on top of it. But now let's discuss in terms of, I don't know, let's consider like STEM education or languages education. From your point of view, which kind of skills are never get outdated? Just an example.
Critical thinking.
Good. Valid, 100%. Something else?
Skill of generating ideas.
Might be.
Communication skills.
Might be. Folks, it's not a talk, it's a discussion. Come on. Okay, so what's never get outdated? Yeah, that's us today, right now. In terms of like educational research, it's like, as you mentioned, critical thinking, which could be decomposed into like the problem solving ability, problem understanding ability, decomposition ability, etc., etc., etc. Here is also state debugging and code quality judgment, because again, I'm specializing on this, but like for some kind of language learning, it could be obsolete. The key thing is, like, you might think, why we are talking about this? My aim for today's lecture is to give you a kind of structure that will help you to navigate around like different kind of like products that you'll see, trends that you'll observe, because education, like what we've seen in last 2 years, that despite all the AI hype, there are like a couple of things that remain stable. And this is like the skills and the scale. So again, we discuss like which skills are like internal, and now let's discuss like an option how to make education scalable. In simple words, how to, I don't know, make one educator teach hundreds of students instead of 10. What are your thoughts?
What is the setting like? Is it in the university or is it online? I mean, just
let it be online. You know, it could be online in the university as well. It's one of the trends that everything is blended.
So if it's online and you have 10 people on a meeting, you can just invite 19 more, and that's all.
Okay, nice. Something else? Like valid?
Maybe educator can create some just individual plan. I mean, just some plan that everyone will follow, and so that's all.
Okay, so tailored learning path. You mean this, right?
didn't get you. Can you repeat, please?
Tailored learning path. You mean this?
I don't actually know what it means.
Okay. Well, it's just like a kind of a list of topics that educator picked specifically for you.
No, not really that. I meant that an educator creates some course on a platform, and there may be some modules with different levels of, hard, easy, and medium.
Mm-hmm.
And then the system decides which module you will learn based on your knowledge. And an educator should just create this platform, and that's all.
Now I see. Well, also valid, yes. And thank you for all these suggestions. We have different opportunities how to scale, but the key trend in scaling for the last 2 years is to keep human support only in the most complex parts and to automate the rest. So sounds simple, and let's look how AI helping to deal with scale and with fostering critical thinking and other very important skills. Here is I highlighted a kind of buzzwords for things that help to scale education from the point of education research. If you see some kind of product which states that we help to personalize the content, we scaffold. What does it mean? Scaffolding is when there is one huge task and it's divided in 4 small tasks, for example, which helps you to understand the topic gradually. So a complex word for a simple idea of the decomposition. Again, so it's a kind of buzzwords that can help you just to see whether folks are doing some effective stuff or they're just, I don't know, hyping and doing edutainment. Well, everything that we discussed sounds like a really good task for AI, because with the current development of large language models, the ability to provide personalized feedback is extremely high. The ability to generate the content, quality content, is also kind of good. So last year was really promising in terms of solving all these 2 issues to build the properly scalable products that could win the market, and a kind of a small business shift right now, and we can discuss it when we'll do the practice. As I said at the beginning of the lecture, there are lots of startups in EdTech industry, but why this industry is complicated, because there is still no top 1 player in this field. There is not yet monopolist or at least established structure. We have a couple of well-known products made by Google and Microsoft, but still the niche is empty. That's why this market still seems very promising. But again, that step back was for you to feel deeper how the expectations high were for the last year, because all folks in EdTech were thinking that, okay, with the current development of AI, we will finally see the product that will win everyone or kill them all. And now let's take a look what happened. Once again, let's take a look. So let's talk about the scaling. Finally, I'll provide the definition of what scaling is. Scaling is basically taking the job from educator which could be automated. And please take a look at the slide. read it and think a bit about it.
What is in the second point? What's
Yeah.
T?
TA is for teaching assistant, and AI like is AI. Okay, has everyone read? Maybe something also seems unfamiliar.
Yeah, can you comment on community on steroids?
Yeah. So usually, like when we are learning something, helping friends on the way helps not to drop out, right? And to build the community is a good option to like foster learning and like peer-to-peer communication. And there are some tools that actually help to do this, to build the community, to integrate it into the learning process, and basically make it even as a second teacher assistant. And like there were like simple ways to build the communities, and now we have the evolution of such tools.
Okay, thank you for clarification.
Maybe something else? Okay. I see. Then now let's discuss each option in more detail. So the structure will be the following. So for each option, we will see like the general idea, the example of the products, and like my subjective comment on it. Again, I'd like to highlight that my opinion is my opinion. I'm a human, and it's like not the 100% truth. So I'm biased. And let's talk about assessment of all kinds. Generally, the current idea is to predict the mark based on the criteria provided, and also to log everything that students do while solving the assignment with the consent, of course. How it looks in the reality. Let's imagine a chemistry course. We have a lab, which is simulated in an AR environment. And so you as a student like did this lab. There is a kind of an output, I don't know, some substance that you created. And for this kind of a complex output, LLM should predict the mark based on criteria. Now it's possible, and that's really cool, because like in the previous years, it would be on either manual work or like such assignments would be just dropped because it's really complex to check them for lots of students. So you got the idea. Telemetry here is basically any kind of logs and metrics that we collect. It's a way to do the plagiarism check in a modern way. What I observe in education research community is like not a trend for banning LLMs. Instead, like educators tend to like check whether student use the LLMs consciously. And to track this, it's possible to look at a couple of heuristics, so it could be put here in the telemetry. From my personal like point of view, like I was at one of the like biggest conferences like 2 weeks ago. The topic of assessment is really hot now because everyone understands that it's really hard to abandon LLMs, and like we should not. But the LLMs usage for like doing the tasks, for generating any kind of essay, code, some kind of a design. It turned out that it's really hard to figure out whether a student truly understood the topic or not. And currently, educators solve this manually. I mean, this kind of understanding. So they ask students questions at the exams. Some exams went back to the oral form, and it's like 100% not scalable. And that's a signal that the market really looks for a solution that will be effective in terms of checking whether the chain of thoughts of student is correct or not. There are some examples of products who are trying to compete on this field, trying to solve this problem. But again, the problem is still not solved. Good opportunity from my point of view. Let's move to the second one, AI teaching assistant. But before we move, some questions about the assessment. Nice, clear.
Sorry. Do you know some existing solution that works somehow?
Well, it really depends. Currently, it really depends on the topic of the course. I would say that that AI checkers that integrated into code grade are nice, and I would say that that's it, because what I've just heard, like in the corridors between the talks at the conference and like at different events, is like, again, if we are teaching something complex, we have to check chain of thoughts manually.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that said, I was at the conference in Africa, and it was really funny because like there were like Australian lady who who presented that said that, yeah, that's how we deal with like this LLM side effect that we don't know whether a student understood or not, because like the result is cool, like no doubt everyone provides cool result, but like whether a student understands everything or not is a big question. And they just ask every student manually, and they were African folks who were just sitting, and well, they were confused a bit because they have less resources than Australian lady, and they just have no opportunity to provide such manual checks students per students. So you see, like this simple example is just to illustrate the demand. Okay, I see that like no questions about the assessment. Let's move to AI TAs, and it's I highlighted here that the general idea of such kind of TAs is to provide personalized and immediate feedback on any kind of question or solution. Basically, the student got stuck, and here the AI TA comes into play and like suggests something without like solving the assignment simultaneously. Here, I would like to highlight two players, so Blossoms AI and Old ATA. Both are really good in terms of like technology, quality of the output. Speaking of the Blossoms AI, I really like how they try to cover like the whole experience of both educator and learner. So they are really good. Check them out. From my point of view, AI TA's field is less promising as like assessment, because well, usually you just wrap around the LLM and that's it. And it's a kind of the technological advantage that could be replicated easily, at least for now. I know like that Blossoms AI use static analysis for like feedback on coding assignments, for example, and that's why it's hard to compete with them. But still, mostly it's just a chat-based stuff above some kind of a model, and basically almost everyone has this right now, so it's really hard to compete on this field. But if you're able to, I don't know, train your custom model, or maybe play with context in such way that it will be, I don't know, it will provide an extremely cool quality for some kind of a specific field, then go ahead. Questions here? Okay, no questions. Nice. Let's move on. I'll continue to talk about the scaling. Also, the trend that we observed last year, like everyone was speaking about the content personalization. That's okay if we'll provide the students tasks about the topic that they like. They will be easier for them to dive into the subject, etc., etc., etc. Well, good news. It has research evidence, yet it helps. The second good news is that now it's possible to have like such kind of tools or features on top of some other tools to add. Here are two examples. I'd like to emphasize on LearnLM. LearnLM is basically a custom version of the Notebook LM, which is tried to use. By the way, I fixed it. I will share the correct link a bit later. LearnLM is basically a content generator from any kind of output with some kind of restrictions embedded. And restrictions to to make students like think and answer the questions rather than get the answers instantly. That's basically it. I know that Google was working on LearnLM. It's a Google product in collaboration with Pearson. They did some kind of a research behind it, so they're trying to be nice. What I can say from my personal perspective here is that content personalization is really cool, but to build a product on top of it, like that kind of product that could be like commercially successful, it's a tough story. At least I haven't seen on the market something that like could be like successful in terms of revenue. And LearnLM is just a part of Alphabet Group, so it's not fair to compete. And about this Knowledge.io, also I haven't found lots of information, but I know that they had a kind of a round from investors. So maybe they're doing good, maybe not. I don't know. So that was like my opinion on content personalization. Nice, but like to make a product from it, it's a tough task. Go on.
I'm sorry, but maybe I didn't hear something. But I'm curious on which level this content personalization works now. For example, I imagine something like, for example, if you would like to teach a student programming, you can generate some tasks, some problems that relates to his or her life, so to make it more engaging. But I think it would be really cool to personalize the strategy of education. Like for some people, it's important to understand some concept, to develop the abstract thinking, and to others, it's better to continue learning some APIs, and to another people they need to solve problems. And does it work like this now?
I got the question. My answer is yes. I cannot provide you like which product does this at the moment, but I definitely saw this.
Cool.
What you are talking is basic. It's called personalized learning path, and for many of products, it's a kind of a competitive advantage now, and it's possible to do this with a high quality because there are tons of courses created in the past. We have lots of data to train the model to provide a solid map for each student with the list of topics, the order of them for based on I don't know, the level, some gaps in knowledge and other input. So yeah, it's possible now.
Great. I would like to try something. Check.
I can while you will work on practice task, I can check for some examples.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the community on steroids. I will just share an example with you, and you'll get the idea quickly. Imagine you have a Discord server with, I don't know, 15K active users. They are discussing development of the plugins for Minecraft. And in such very heavy task of developing plugins for Minecraft, there are, of course, lots of issues about how to, I don't know, install something, how to debug something, how to edit, configure, etc., etc. And you have a really huge history of answers of different questions. What can you do with such data? Of course, you can train the bot to answer to such questions. So that's basically the idea of any community on steroids. It's basically about turning their collective knowledge into the AI-powered knowledge. And here, not so much players I observe. So a good player now is a discussion. It's basically some kind of bot that I described, some kind of forum. So they're trying to provide different solutions for this problem. But from lots of interviews, I heard that folks are building custom solutions on top of existing technologies, and it would be a signal for two things: that it's possible now and there is a demand for it. And that's the most important thing that we should know. Last but not least, about the scaling, it's more long-term perspective stuff, but still very important. So it's about the infrastructure. Here by infrastructure, I mean the managing of the couple of AI tools for education on a large scale. So imagine you're a head of university or the responsible person in the university, and you have a tool for checking assignments. You have a tool for assisting. You kind of you have a TA. You have something else. You have some smart recorders, etc., etc. And you have to manage this somehow to, I don't know, to make this tool stay compliant, and to mitigate some other risks, and to collect centralized analytics for per each student. So that's kind of opportunity that exists, and that will be in demand in the future. So how to make all the things work together. And here are two good players. So one is a Nectier. So at least they offer now that they will help you to set up centralized analytics and the single guardrails for all tools within one dashboard. We'll see how it goes. And the second is Canvas plus Gemini LTI for you what Canvas is. Canvas is like the biggest LMS, learning management system at the moment. And they had quite a successful collab with Google, basically Gemini, to basically reboost their LMS. And they thought about like this issue, the issue of managing a couple of the tools, and they just basically have support for this. So sounds not sexy like the previous topics, but it's something that can produce a lot of revenue from my point of view. Like a clear B2B product. Please move on. That was basically all about like the opportunities for scaling. Maybe you have something to ask me here, something like about the product examples, or I don't know, something else. If nope, then we can move to the products that foster critical thinking and other skills that will help you to survive in the future. You see that there are only two options here, problem solving and critical thinking. And before, when we discussed like how this could be decomposed, there are lots of options. And well, there's not so much as you can see. Why? Because, well, honestly, it's hard to commercialize, to build a product on top of, I don't know, something that will say that, okay, I'll teach you how to decompose stuff effectively. Plus, usually, like, it's all in all connected. If you are building like a proper platform that creates tasks like personalized plus some personalized learning plan, it's already keeping in mind that like the tasks should be decomposed and that the student like should not cheat and think it's their own head. But again, let's take a look at what market can offer us here. The general idea of any problem-solving products now, like existing about around 3 pillars. So the first pillar is to teach students how to decompose things, how to work with ambiguous concept, and I don't know, making it step by step. The second one is scaffolding. What I told you is basically, again, to somehow explain learner the concept in a simple way, plus providing the like opportunity to practice and to make it gradually from small, simple tasks to the really complex one. And last but not least, but immediate feedback. If you got stuck and you received some kind of AI-generated hint, then like there are less chances that you will drop out as a student. So all the listed products here, so it's like STEM-focused products. They use in their value proposition at least something about like fostering problem-solving skills. Some of them are good at it, some of them no. We like will never know how exactly do they tailor their under-the-hood technology to foster problem-solving, but at least they are trying. I've put at the first example a photo math. It's a brilliant tool, really easy. It's basically an app, a mobile app, really simple one. It supports like 1 or 2 use cases, and the idea is really simple. You just take a picture of what is written on like the desk in the class, for example, a kind of assignment, and then the tool tells you step by step what you should do. That's it. 1 million downloads, easy.
Does it just show solution, or is it like say first decompose?
It's like first try to like, I don't know, if we are like providing some kind of a quotation as an input, it will say, okay, well, first try to group something with something, then blah, 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 blah. So it provides hints, but not tells you the answer exactly. There is an opportunity to see the results step by step as a kind of a hint, but it's like you need to at least to press this button. You don't see it as a first thing. Like it's a really funny product. I like it. There are also like a Codia coach. I put it here. They also have a good like AI TA included in their bundle. So kind of nice. Speaking of the critical thinking skills, bad news is, from my point of view, there is still room for improvement here, because basically what do we have now is, again, like with the AI TA story, it just wrappers around the LLMs. And some Socratic vibes. What I mean here, it's like the technique of the Socratic dialogue to like ask the question, question per question per question, to like define the like essential idea. So the bad news is that there is no rocket science here. Good news is maybe it should not be rocket science at all. I don't know. But still, like, what I'd like to highlight here, some, I don't know, could sound like an anti-capitalist moment, is like the needs of society and the needs of the market sometimes could be different and contradictory. And it's also could be a reason why we don't observe much critical thinking fostering products on the market. First, like, it's tough to create. Second, like for like market purposes, maybe it's not needed to like be fostered. But from the like a society perspective, it definitely should be. But it wasn't kind of off top. What kind of conclusion can we make from the slide? Conclusion is pretty simple. There are not so much products, but currently we see that AI observe more as a catalyst and the enhancer rather than like drastically changing the game thing. And with such input, it means that there is like lots of opportunity here, like in this space. If you will be able to build again something technologically cool that could outbid the existing models, the existing tools, then it's lots of chances to like find a place on the market and like have a quite big market share. I've put here a picture from a hype cycle from Gartner. I'd like you to take a look at it for like 10-15 seconds. Just let me know when you'll be ready.
Can you explain what is HyFlex classrooms?
HyFlex classrooms is a term for kind of a tools that provide a kind of experience that will help a remote student to feel the same as the student at the class.
Okay, thank you.
And what is composable ERP?
Oh God.
It's the slope of enlightenment.
Yeah. As far as I remember, but let me check, just not to tell you the lie. It's like some stuff that you were used at LMS a couple of years ago.
Also, I can't get what's about this diagram is.
Yeah. I will tell you this now. So yeah, basically, this I was correct. So I'm not telling you the lies. It was basically a technology which were lying under the learning management systems, and it's still running under the couple of them.
So it's a kind of engine.
No, it's more dumb. It just
okay.
to make all pieces modular and connected. So it's pretty simple. The idea of the picture and why I put it here is that, well, if you know, like there is a Gartner agency, and every year they publish a hype cycle for every industry, and like an EdTech is not an exception. And well, there is a hype cycle for 2025, and honestly, I find this questionable. It's really questionable sometimes. And the idea of the slide is that, yeah, I provided here an overview of the tools, of the products, of the way how to think about it. But again, explore on your own. Think with critical thinking and stuff like this, because yeah, this picture is really nice, but honestly, I can't agree with it. And yeah, that was basically it. As a kind of overview, once again, I will share a proper link right now. Just a second. And what you'll do next? Oh, I see that 3 comments here. B2B model could work with university scale. I'm really sorry for the person who commented something and I just did not saw this. If you if you would like to elaborate on your comments or just ask me something, please do this out loud. I was just not able to check the comments. So, but again, that was a kind of overview. It's 100% subjective, and please go into this notebook LM. I've collected like the latest reports that I trust, and just chat with it, think out loud about like what are the trends, what's hot, what is not, what is prospective, and etc. Have fun.
Did you did you fed it with some context, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And like it just I would say it's a really simple one. So it's Statista, basically reports from the different statistical agencies from US and European Union. It's a couple of Anthropic reports. It's it's an overview, research overview by one of like my beloved professors, and the presentation from the last year. So enjoy. That was the kind of overview part, and if you are ready and if you have no questions, we can move to the practical part. If you have questions, it's time.
I'm trying to use this notebook, and it asks me to upload some sources. Or should I know where should I ask questions?
There is a just closed it. It sometimes can ask this because I did it. I showed it in
yeah.
editor mode. Now you see the chat, right?
Now I see recent notebooks, and I can probably.
Yeah. So there is a chat, and you can just chat with it. There is also mind map option. You can build anything you want if you like to explore the trends, for example, and how they connected. So we were talking about that, some products are containing the parts of other products, and that's how you can play with it as well. Other folks, have you tried to open the link? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm very happy. Amazing. I see. Okay, now let's move to the practical part. I've just stole this from one of the previous lectures for you just not to switch the mental model. And now you'll have 30 minutes to try to pitch me something about potential EdTech products, what could be done, what could be not. And yeah, so there is a napkin model, and there is a kind of a structure that could be used. Please let me know which slide you need most, this one or that. I will leave it and provide you 30 minutes to think and then present. So now we'll do the following. You will have a minute to tell everyone here the idea that you worked on the last 30 minutes, and we will ask you questions. So, has everyone prepared?
I'm not ready.
It's okay. It's okay. Someone else. I can reformulate the question. Who is ready to start? Who will be the volunteer? Thank you so much. Let's go.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I will just try to pitch according to the template. I'm not sure if I haven't checked this idea and other suggestions in this area, but let me just try to pitch. I would like to pitch a learning environment which helps language teachers who want to create individual educational content for private lessons by overtaking the work of finding and creating exercise and tasks for every single student based on the teacher's input, and a noticeable increasing of the efficiency of the private lessons, unlike the resources that create unpersonalized educational content.
Okay. Before I ask the questions, does everyone else would like to ask? Please. Okay.
Okay. Let me ask.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Will this tool personalize? Could you please repeat what this tool will personalize?
The exercises and tasks according to the teacher's input, the input about the level, the very detailed input about the student.
Okay.
My question is, which competitors do you observe now?
Oh, which competitors?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I haven't, I didn't have time to
Okay.
find anything really existing, but I suppose that, well, for example, there was some resources named by you which helped to create educational context
I understand.
from several resources.
Yeah, that was LearnLM. Okay, I see. And what's your target? Like, there are lots of different kind of educators, and like you framed the educators that teach languages. Maybe you can add more details to this segment.
Well, I actually have chosen this topic because I'm much into the questions, and yeah, I just know that it's pain for the language teachers who was searching private clients to personalize a lot of content, and if they could do it with AI's help, with some tools help, that would be very high demanded. I suppose.
Nice. I see. If you would like to wipe code your prototype, like, please ping me. Okay, thank you. Please, next volunteer. We have let's go. So I guess the first hand was by the Prince Lawyer, if I pronounce correctly. Thank you so much. Yeah, please go on.
Myself, Prince. Are you able to hear me properly?
Yes.
So, myself, Prince Loya. I am currently a second-year student in India, and I am an app developer. I recently published an app onto the Play Store. So, about my idea, it's like a one-minute pitch. Let me just start. So, the professors today aren't teaching, they are clerking. They spend like 15 hours a week grading papers and fighting ChatGPT, leading to massive burnout. Universities are deprived to fix this without bankrupting themselves on hiring more staff. The solution. This is why we built our AI teaching infrastructure helps universities, faculties who want to reclaim their time for high-value research and mentorship by eliminating the manual grading, grind, and the incentive to cheat, and creating a permanent institutional brain that captures their unique teaching style. Unlike the standard LMS tools like the Notebook LM and stuff, or hiring expensive human EAs, we turn a 15-hour grading nightmare into a 30 minutes review. We are the only B2B platform that captures the professor's intelligence as a permanent asset. My name is Prince, and this is my startup idea.
Thank you so much. My question is, imagine you have built the prototype, and you would like to try it out. Whom you will propose it first?
First, I will propose it to my university professors, my personal professors, get their review on it, ask them how it is and what improvements could be made. And then after that, it will be a B2B business where I will be collaborating with the universities and their professors, particular subject, like a famous course like CS50 from Harvard. That could be automated, and everyone who wants to learn that course could be go onto our platform and learn that course in a much personalized manner.
And which risks do you observe?
Risk, I think there are not many competitors. Like our approach is more of a university based or personalized learning approach, where we prevent cheating and encourage the critical learning and the learning path which is important for the students. Not like Notebook LM or ChatGPT, they all have a learning mode, but they have a not like a hint based, or they just give you the answers, not help you think or give you time to, they just directly give you the answers. That just not help with the critical thinking at all.
I see. Folks, do you have questions to ask about like this idea? Okay. Then thank you so much for presenting. It was really cool. And I will pass the turn to Stefan. Please present your idea.
Yeah. So for this, I just, since I had the questions for the napkin model ready, I just answered those. So I guess my solution to the exercise is just, the answer to the questions. So the problem that I thought about solving, so I also tried to discuss a bit with the Notebook LM, just to see if I can, brainstorm anything there. And then one idea that popped up that it stood out to me was that, the problem we're trying to solve it is that sometimes a student may overuse AI to get some sort of answer. So that messes with their core reasoning skills. And then that can have a snowball effect. It can lead to, worse performance, worse grades, and so on. So that's the problem. And then who would be the client for this? I thought in my mind it would be universities or other types of higher education institutions that may wish to preserve their learning qualities and to help support the students that are struggling. And then how do we attract them? Well, I feel like all let's say universities or higher education institutions have some sort of idea of like AI overuse messing with a student, but we can further attract them if we just show them charts and figures, so statistics that support this idea. And how much would one client be paying? So maybe, I don't know, I wasn't sure here, so I presented a ballpark figure. So like for all of their students, if they wish to, a mid-sized university might offer 10 to 30,000 a year, so campus-wide access. And then marketing, how much will marketing cost? I thought especially early on, we might not need that, or it won't be incredibly expansive because we're still trying to establish ourselves. So maybe in a year, about 5 to 15,000. And our MVP in this case would be some sort of browser extension, like maybe for Chrome or Firefox, that can flag the user when they try to just say something like, oh, just give me the answer, please. I don't want to think about it, and help them offer some sort of scaffold so they reason about what they're doing first. Kind of like the study mode, which ChatGPT has. But, from experience, the study mode, sometimes it just breaks apart, and it also just provides you with the output instead of just making you reason through it. So that's why this is where our idea would come in. And then what we could remove from this MVP, I wasn't entirely sure about this. I just said, like, dashboards, analytics that are provided to the users, other integrations with some different software. So just the core prompt nudging behavior should be there. So the thing that helps the user focus on, learning, and everything else can be done away with for the MVP. And that's kind of what I thought about.
I see. Thank you. Also, if I got you correctly, your tool could be model agnostic. So it could be basically like around like ChatGPT, Claude, like etc. etc.
Yeah.
Am I? Cool. Could you please highlight me like a top one advantage why like customer should realize that we need that kind of solution, like top one reason?
Well, as I understood it, so why would the customer want us? Well, off the top of my head, I can think universities, the better they perform, the more critical acclaim, the more funds, the more everything comes their way. So better performance of the students equates to, the university itself also doing better. So if they have a ton of poorly performing students, that would hurt their bottom line as well. So by highlighting this fact that we can help you get your students back on track, and thereby helping you get further ahead, so in whatever ratings and so on, that should help us attract them to our cause, so to say.
I see. And not question, but a thought, like touch kind of tooling combines really well with any kind of predictive analytics. So that's like a telemetry that can send notification to the educator that, okay, this student is likely to drop out. And yeah, basically, just a thought.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I like it. Maybe someone else wants to ask. Okay, I see. We need the next volunteer. I see that like the only 3 persons left. Sophia, maybe you can present like not the full idea, but at least some thoughts that you've been working on.
I can describe the problem which I'm solving and different examples, but I think that solution for this is not very obvious, and it requires time to analyze and think.
Please try.
What can help, what can't. It's I have a bit personal story about learning programming. I really wanted to learn programming when I was in the high school. I haven't do it much before, and we had school lessons where we should just solve problems somehow by ourselves. So we should have explore and learn programming by ourselves. I remember how I was chatting with my classmates about some about vector in C++, and I couldn't understand it. and now I understand that it wasn't really necessary to study programming at that step, and I needed some personalized path for this. And also, I have a sister who is like 10 years younger than me, and she also tries to learn programming now. And I noticed that she also has some similar problems. And the biggest problem is that good teachers aren't available everywhere. So we don't have so many good teachers to teach well everyone. And so this product should somehow partly replace this good teacher. This product should notice that, wow, this person wants to learn programming, then it should identify what for this person wants to do it. And probably then identify some blockers, probably do some testing of this person. I have an idea that this product should receive some visual data of process when, for example, a student solving problem and he's sitting like this and doing nothing. So it tells that what's going on. It tells some information. So a lot of context about how person goes through testing. And then it creates some personalized path. Maybe it suggests to like go and do something in outside the world. For example, I don't know, find web design community.
Go and find the job.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yes. But I hope no. Not such advices.
Okay. I guess I got the example. I'd like to let's write it together. Like I'll share the other thing. Just okay. Let me try what it's going to share. Yeah, good. So now you should see like a whiteboard. Yes, you see it. Okay. So let's call it Sophia's case. What you're describing is basically a combination of the personalized learning path plus I believe it's some kind of AITA, right? So it should not suggest the path, it should like help you to go through it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we will need to cut scope later, but the ideal situation is with teaching assistant.
And could you please help to like formulate this idea of some pushback to a reality, like this go and find a job moment?
It should be not exactly okay. What I meant is that sometimes people to learn something, people need, for example, community. So they meet with other people, and it inspires them. They interact and stuff. So it will be like suggesting ideas about what may be interesting and helpful in this study journey, learning journey.
Okay, I can give a hint. Okay, not a hint, a solution. So,
Suggestion.
Suggestion, kind of suggestion.
Idea.
Yeah, you can build an engine who can apply for internships instead of you. And if you got invited to the interview, then you go and prepare.
Or this agent may have information about some clubs in city, for example, some courses for school students, or like just
Might be. Okay, so that was the general idea. Let's cut it into MVP. Like, what do you need? Like the smallest, the cheapest, to test is it hot or not?
Probably it would be easier to do with real humans at first. I need some good specialists. I need good teachers who will help create this personalized learning path. Experts, I need experts. And if the goal to just to explore the demand, then is it true that we can just collect all these requests and don't do actual job?
Yes, like you can even not build I don't know landing. Okay, it's always good to have a landing page. You can just run Instagram ads and like go.
Okay, we still need some experts.
Okay, landing plus clicks, and by experts, like what you're talking is a kind of getting context to build this stuff, or you could you describe like the minimal functionality that can help you understand is it like good or not? For example, okay, you've built the landing, you see the demand. Like, what's the smaller thing that you can give to people, and they will realize that okay, my pain is solved.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's okay.
I need a test system, and also I need to give some recommendations, like suggestions. So I should think about some minimal testing and minimal learning suggestions.
Suggestion system, and okay, it's a kind of like the step one, that you get the context about the human and then about the user, and then you like building the graph of topics. How will you make it actionable?
Graph of topics. Like you mean, for example, why does this person needs to learn? Then, for example, what is the initial state of this person of knowledge? Yeah, topics is this?
Well, I guess we covered this. I mean, like you said, that there is a test system, there is a suggestion system, but you need something small, but still which will help you to prove that like student can go along this path. Like, what will it be? Like, I can start suggest just to help. It could be, I don't know, something basic around like existing models. It could be something custom trained. It could be like a couple of agents. I don't know.
Yeah, it should be some agent, but it should be supervised by human.
Let me just a buzzword, okay? Okay, I'll just drop it. Okay. Okay, nice. And now, folks, if you're still with us, please listen carefully. We'll try to go together around this template. So again, we just transform general idea into MVP. Now let's talk about the product side of the story. Okay, so our products and services. How would you how would you call all this system that we described in a nutshell?
I would call it platform.
Okay. Then our platform. Who is the target?
Helps. Would it be beginner programmers?
Okay. Are they high school students or like college or maybe I don't know 45 plus?
I feel that it would be better to choose this age group, but ideally I would like not to be restricted by age, just programmer beginners.
Okay. So someone who is starting to code. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's clearly define. So here states jobs to be done, and let's define it. How would you describe the main job of beginner coding learners in such setting?
Yeah, I think that the main job is to really understand what's the goal. So if you are just ordinary person, for example, 25 years old, you have no tech background, and you're inspired by programming. You think, oh, I want to program, but you don't know what you will do. And this thing will help you to define that you can do, for example, websites, personal website, I don't know, or something like this. Some projects for yourself.
Who wants to
identify what? No. Who wants to?
It's okay. Maybe we can call it as it sounds like a direction. It sounds like a direction to develop. Like who wants to pick the most suitable direction in tech world?
Yeah.
In
programming.
Yeah. To start with. I understand what you're describing. Just a side note, it's really hard for students and basically for everyone to understand the idea that actually it doesn't matter with which direction we will start. There is it just a side note. I'm not it's not that your idea is useless. No, there is a demand for it, but the truth, just the output of the research, I mean the research on what research on different studies on developers, on how did they start, how was their journey, etc. That is but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I have a point here. The problem is with people who want to do something, but they
Mhm.
can't. It's too difficult. Like they can't break through it. For example, when you're in school, you need to solve this programming problems using programming school, but you
Fibonacci sorting, yes.
yes, but you can't do it.
Mhm.
And this platform will help you
It will help you to survive by
survive. Yeah.
by finding out like what's your what's your direction, what's your vector. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, nice. It's just to be done. It sounds more or less clear. Okay, how it will help? By what?
By analyzing your situation, your needs, interests,
Personal context.
yeah, personal context.
Here I see like a customer gain that will be increased, enabled, and well, how would you describe this like state when the user received like something valuable from the platform? How would you describe it?
How will I describe the thing that he will receive, right?
Yeah. I would even point you like I guess like my comment was too broad. Like what will change in a user situation like after the usage of the platform?
This person will feel that the situation is under control. He'll feel confidence and inspiration.
And inspiration.
Yeah.
Unlike what?
Unlike traditional learning paths. Learning.
Okay.
Following. No. Okay.
Yeah. Great. So that's what we have now. I would suggest as a next step to like productalize this to work more on the buy and sections and try it out like it's possible. So yeah, that's basically it.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I'm afraid that I frightened everybody, so everyone escaped.
No, it's okay. Like we're here to learn. Okay. So we have a few people left. Alexander and Anna. Maybe you have something to share with us. Not pushing, just in case.
I've already presented.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just there was one more Anna here. I just see that she's left. Okay, then once again, I'm sorry. Alexander.
Sorry. For me, I'm not having anything to present because I feel a little bit not well today. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem. So then I would just say thank you so much for coming to talk, for like participating in it. The organizers will share the slides with you, and if you have any questions, also share the questions with them, and they will connect us somehow. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Sorry,
Thank you. Bye.
I wanted to ask organizational question.
Yeah.
Do we have some channel?
I'm not sure.
Of course.
I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know, but I can ask the organizers, and I guess you are really curious to like where can I share the screen, right? Like of the stuff or just some materials, right?
Yeah, and also I'm curious about topics of next
Mhm.
lectures.
I guess. Just a second. Uh-huh. Yes. I have found a list of the topics. AI, EdTech, tra-ta-ta, tra-ta-ta. Yeah. I can share currently the landing page only. You can find it in the chat. Just a second. Here it is. And still it's possible to ask organizers about the next lecture. Next lecture will be about the AI, like 100% sure. I mean AI for coding and stuff like this.
Mhm.
My colleagues will also share their experience.
I had this page, but it doesn't have some
Yeah,
chat
some kind of a chat.
and connection with organizers.
Okay, I will pass this question to them. Plus, I will. Yes. I did the screenshot, so they reach you out.
Okay, thanks.
I hope. At least I hope. Yeah. Thank you once again, and
Have a
wish you
good
a wonderful
evening.
evening.
Bye bye.